Hello, what is good? Boxing fans, boxing critics, and boxing analysts. Hey, thank you for tuning in. Those who are going to tune in this live. Sometimes I just go live to, for the convenience of time, the process of making a video and stuff like that, uploading it and all that. Sometimes it's more efficient as far as time is concerned, just to go live, straight live, you know what I mean? And so salute, man. Thank you so much for watching, you guys. I want to chop up this fight between Mikey Garcia and Jessie Vargas, which is going to be this Saturday, right, on the Zone platform. And I want to chop this up. It's going to be an interesting matchup, in my personal opinion. It's probably not making that much noise. You know what I mean? I think, within the boxing community, real fanatics, enthusiasts of the sport, I think they're going to watch it. You know what I mean? We are going to watch it. I'm definitely going to watch it. Chenn Smoke, what is good, brother? What is good, man? Thank you for tuning in, man. Yeah, I was going to chop up this, Jessie Vargas, Mikey Garcia fight. And, enthusiasts know about it. Yeah, I think it's going to be an interesting fight, bro. I also agree, and that's why I'm making a video about it. You know what I'm saying? I think it's worth it. It's definitely worth it, man, between these two fighters. And I want to talk a little bit about in this live, I want to talk about, the background of these fighters as far as who have they fought, prominent fighters that they have fought in their resumes. And it's interesting because we have two different, interesting styles, between Mikey Garcia and Jessie Vargas, and they're going to match up. Yeah, I think this matchup is going to bring a war. It's going to be a nice fight, an entertaining fight, and let's get to it, man. I want to get right to it. First and foremost, we got to understand that they're going to be fighting for the diamond belt, if I'm not mistaken, right? They're going to be fighting for the diamond belt in this fight for this Saturday night in the welterweight division, right? Mikey Garcia, if you don't know, he's staying in the welterweight division. Mikey Garcia is shooting for greatness in the welterweight division, and up to now, you guys all know, right? Up to now in the welterweight division, he hasn't proven much. Obviously, he fought Errol Spence Jr. Errol Spence Jr. really, boxed him amazingly, and won easily. I think we can all agree. That Errol Spence Jr. won amazingly. He won easily, against Mikey Garcia in the welterweight division, which was Mikey Garcia's first fight in the welterweight division. Mikey Garcia is deciding on staying. He has been vocal about it. Those who have been following Mikey Garcia, have been vocal about it, as far as him staying in the welterweight division. He's been very vocal. He's been repeating, very repetitive, that he wants to stay in the welterweight division. And they're going to fight, in this division for the diamond belt, okay? So those who might not know, in my personal opinion, I made a video about it months ago, Lou DiBella, Bob Arum, Eddie Hearn, they have been, they spoke out about, so many belts, in boxing. As a matter of fact, I got a friend who is a best friend who is a casual. He doesn't really watch boxing. He focuses more on, different combat sports such as UFC, a little bit of bare knuckle fighting championship. He's a friend, and I talked with him a little bit about boxing. I asked him, hey, you follow boxing much? Or, and he said, he doesn't really watch boxing. And this is the first thing he said was that, it has too many belts. I mean, unfortunately, you guys, that's something I don't like about the sport of boxing. There are way too many belts, and people just get confused. You know what I mean? People get, casual fans, people who don't know much about the sport, or, people who watch the sport casually. They don't know much about all these belts, man. And, diamond belt, I want to break this down just a little bit, okay? So, this is said, the WBC created the diamond belt in 2009, all right? And it was created as an honorary championship, an exclusive honorary championship belt, okay, to award the winner to fight, against high profile and elite fighters. So it's like, it gives the opportunity, from what I understand, my limited understanding of the diamond belt, it gives opportunity. The person who has a diamond belt or wins it, has the opportunity to fight a big fight, okay? To fight an elite fighter, okay, in the division, in whatever division it is, okay? So, so that's what the diamond belt is. They're going to fight for the diamond belt. Now, if whoever wins this fight, Mark Blake, peace. Thank you so much for tuning in, man. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm just chopping up Mikey Garcia versus Jessie Vargas. Yeah, they're going to be fighting for the diamond belt. So, whoever wins this fight, is going to get the diamond belt. And, hey, it's going to give them opportunity to fight, an elite fighter in the welterweight division. But I want to say something important, something that's interesting, at least in Twitter. I saw a tweet recently this morning, and Jessie Vargas said that he wants to prove that he is the best in the division. Personally, I think Jessie Vargas fighting Mikey Garcia is not going to prove that he is the best in the welterweight division. We're going to get into that in a moment as far as the rankings. But hey, it's going to be an entertaining fight, and it's going to be a great fight. All my respect to both fighters. I like Jessie Vargas in the sense that he is a fighter and he doesn't run away. He stays in the pocket and he just throws blows. You know what I mean? Chenn Smoke, real quick. Mark Blake, again, salute, man. Thank you so much for tuning in. Chenn Smoke. So the diamond belt is not a championship strap. Not necessarily, man. It's not necessarily. It's just like the diamond belt opens doors for fighters to fight championship fights. I mean, in other words, right? In a general sense, in layman's terms, that's kind of what the diamond belt is, right? And we know, like I said, and we got more championship belts, quote unquote. You got the franchise championship and stuff like that. That's why I don't agree too much with these belts. I focus more on just the championship belts, and that's it, right? I try to, at least, right? But even though that doesn't prove too much, it does to a certain extent. But there's lots of politics concerned to that, relating to that. So. But anyways, right, they're going to be fighting for the Diamond Championship belt, the Diamond belt. So, which is, I guess it's interesting, I guess, right? It just attracts people more, I guess. It can attract casuals more because they're fighting for a belt. So, I mean, they call it, you know what, Chenn Smoke? Let me correct that. They call it, let me correct that, Chenn Smoke. Chenn Smoke asked if it was a championship belt. It says that it's a Diamond Championship belt. But when technically speaking, man, it's not really a championship belt. I mean, I know it sounds confusing, but it's not really looked at as a champ belt. You know what I'm saying? It just opens the door for a person who has the diamond belt to fight elite champions or what have you, right? So that's what it is. I mean, I personally don't consider it a championship belt, but that's what the WBC calls it. But it's not really a champion. It's not really a champion because a person who gets a diamond belt, they haven't fought the champion of the division. So, you know what I'm saying? So let's see what Mark Blake says here real quick before we're getting deeper. Can't wait to see the fight, see if Mikey can redeem this. Yeah, man. Yeah, that's the thing, is that it's going to be, and I'm going to get to that, man. We're going to get into the technicalities of it as far as, getting more in depth and analyzing, these two fighters in the welterweight division, as more in Mikey, because this is, he's feeling out, he's testing the waters in the welterweight division, and we'll see, you know what I'm saying? We'll see how Mikey, let's see his performance. I think it's going to be interesting. I think it's going to really be interesting. So we got that point out of the way as far as the diamond belt. Let's go Chenn Smoke real fast. Diamond, silver, and regular straps. Too many unnecessary. Yeah, exactly. Too many unnecessary belts. So, I mean, I just think it's important to point it out because they're going to be fighting for that this Saturday. So, yeah, I'm not really interested in them fighting for the belt. I'm just interested more in them matching up, and we'll see how the fight goes out, right? And it's going to give opportunity for the winner. It's going to give more opportunity for the winner to fight, more elite fighters in the welterweight division. So, it's going to be interesting. So I don't really, it's important to point out, but it's not really, that important in itself as far as a diamond belt is concerned and stuff like that, what it stands for, you know what I'm saying? So let's get to, let me get here real fast. I got some points written down here. So let's get to the opponents, all right? Let's get to the Mikey Garcia and Jessie Vargas have fought. First, I want to point this out, okay? Mikey Garcia and Jessie Vargas, I can say they're seasoned fighters. I mean, I think we can all agree that they are seasoned fighters, okay? I mean, that's what's cool, and that's what's going to make this fight interesting. It's going to be entertaining. Because, they're used to fighting. They're seasoned. They've been through fights, big wars, you know what I'm saying? One that comes to mind is Jessie Vargas when he fought Manny Pacquiao, right? If I'm not mistaken, he fought Manny Pacquiao. I just don't know when it was. I really don't know. He's fought Josecito Lopez also. Okay, but let me just double check here. As far as when did he fight? Yeah, here I got it right here. So he fought Manny Pacquiao. Jessie Vargas fought Manny Pacquiao back in 2016. Okay, so we can say Jessie Vargas was younger, obviously, maybe more energetic and things like that, or what have you. I'm not saying stronger, no, but Manny. So he fought Manny Pacquiao at that time, 2016. May I mention something very important that coincides with Mikey Garcia, okay? In the sense that when Jessie Vargas fought Pacquiao, he really got outboxed hard. Man, Jessie Vargas, if I remember correctly, it was a while ago I saw that fight, man. He was bleeding. He was getting beat, man. Manny Pacquiao really put a beating on Jessie Vargas, man. He really did. But may I say this, okay? If I'm not mistaken, he lost by unanimous decision. Yeah. So I mean, Jessie Vargas lasted throughout all the rounds. He took a beating. Now he's strong. That's what I'm getting at, man. He's strong. Jessie Vargas, he has heart. You know what I'm saying? And he's a strong guy, man. So I mean, he's a strong fighter, and he's one of those guys that he just keeps going and going and going until, you know, the fat lady sings, proverbially speaking, right? So that's Jessie Vargas. You know, as far as his a hard loss that he has taken was against Manny Pacquiao. Now, on the flip side, as I mentioned a moment ago, Mikey Garcia, as we all know, his only loss, right? His only weight debut fight against, debut fight in the welterweight division, at least, against Errol Spence, same thing. He really, really got outboxed, right? Errol Spence really put a beating on Mikey Garcia. Maybe it wasn't. Well, I don't know, man. I don't know if I can say it wasn't as bad as Pacquiao beating Jessie Vargas as far as the beating, but Mikey Garcia did get boxed out pretty well. You know what I'm saying? So the reason why I say this, guys, is that these two fighters, you know, they can take punches. You know, I mean that's that. Now that's one factor that's going to make this fight very entertaining, guys. These guys can take punches, and they're going to be in it to win it. They're going to be in it to win it. You know what I'm saying? And I think, you know, they're Latinos, obviously, right? Mexican Americans. I don't think they were born in Mexico, so we can call them Latin Americans, right? Latino Americans, Mexican Americans, what have you. So, you know, they got that Mexican blood, I guess you can call it, right? Obviously. And, you know, kind of like, you know why I say this is because Andy Ruiz, right? When he beat Anthony Joshua the first time, right? The first fight, at least. More like the first fight, he said after, you know, in the post-fight interview, he said, hey, I got that Mexican blood in me and this and that, right? So, you know, Jessie Vargas and Mikey Garcia got that. They got that oomph. You know what I'm saying? They got that heart. They got that warrior mentality, you know, fight in it to win it, fight until you can't fight no more. So that's going to make it entertaining, guys. That's the reason why I say, that's why I point these losses out. These losses against two prominent elite fighters. You know what I'm saying? Jessie Vargas lost against Manny Pacquiao, who is obviously a legend. You know what I'm saying? Jessie Vargas, even though he lost. Check this out, guys. I got to say this. A lot of people downsize a fighter who loses against an elite fighter. You know, a fighter who loses, let me repeat that, you know, an underdog who loses against an elite fighter, as in this case. Jessie Vargas was obviously considered the underdog when he fought, you know, against Pacquiao. And many times we undermine the underdogs after they lose. But we have to understand, guys, that, you know, a fighter who loses against an elite fighter, they learn a lot. Another example, Canelo, a quick example. Canelo Alvarez, right, versus Mayweather Jr., Floyd Mayweather, legendary Floyd Mayweather. You know, when Canelo fought Mayweather, man, Mayweather gave a boxing clinic, man. He did an amazing performance, right? Mayweather gave an amazing performance against Canelo. And Canelo, check this out, guys. Look how much Canelo has grown from that fight, man. He has grown a lot. Canelo, I mean, I give him all the respect. You know what I'm saying? Canelo, he has grown a lot. And his skills in the ring, I personally think he can use more footwork as far as, you know, Canelo's skills. I think he should use a little bit more ringmanship and footwork. But, you know, since that Mayweather fight, guys, he learned a lot, man. And look where he is now. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's controversial, you know, Canelo's record and this and that, right? But you got to admit, with the skills, he learned a lot since Mayweather lost, since the Mayweather lost. So, same with Jessie Vargas, man, with, you know, losing against Pacquiao and Mikey Garcia losing against Errol Spence. You know, I'm very interested. You know, I'm very interested in watching this fight Saturday night, because Mikey Garcia also, when we go to Mikey Garcia, he lost against an elite welterweight, man. He lost against, you know, Errol Spence, who boxed him out all the 12 rounds. Mikey Garcia learned a lot from that loss, you know, and a lot of people ignore that. A lot of people undermine. That's what I'm saying. I don't know why, but that's just, you know, humanity. We always have our focal point on the winner all the time. But we also got to flip, you know, on the flip side, look at the loser and see how they grow from it. You know, the person who lost, you know what I'm saying, Mikey Garcia, I'm very interested in seeing on how he's going to fight this Saturday night, because He lost against an elite champion, welterweight. And let's see how much he has grown from this loss. Jessie Vargas also, you know what I'm saying? Even though he fought Pacquiao a long time ago, you know, he's a fighter. I mean, he learned a lot from Manny Pacquiao's loss, you know, from him losing against Manny Pacquiao, you know, and since then, now I want to get to this, okay? So that's something they have in similar, you know, they have something similar as far as that, you know, they lost against elite fighters. You know what I'm saying? Real quick before we continue here, we got here Blake. Jesse is still pretty, yeah, he's young and he's strong, man. Yeah, he should be in his prime. I definitely agree. You know what I'm saying? And when he fought Manny Pacquiao, so he's 30. I honestly didn't check. I haven't checked Jessie Vargas' age, but so considering, okay, he's 30 years old now. It's 2020. I mean, he was like 27 or something along those lines, 26 maybe when he fought Manny Pacquiao. So he was really young when he fought Manny Pacquiao. He's grown, he's matured, right? And what I like about Jessie Vargas is his maturity also. You know, Mikey Garcia and Jessie Vargas, they're very mature. They're very professional. And that's what I love about these guys, you know. So it's going to be cool, man. Yeah, so he's young. Jessie Vargas is young. He should be in his prime. I definitely agree. You know what I'm saying? Even though he has fought wars. He's fought Josecito Lopez too. Josecito Lopez, man, he ain't no pushover either. You know what I'm saying? Remember, if we go back to Keith Thurman when he fought against Josecito Lopez rocked Keith Thurman. So I mean, we gotta face that too. You know what I'm saying? Jessie Vargas, you know, he has fought tough fighters. You know what I'm saying? So this is gonna be a very interesting fight. Now, if we go to something that these guys have in common, another factor, is that they have both fought Adrian Broner. Okay, both these guys have fought Adrian Broner. But you know, so we have here Mikey Garcia. He fought Adrian Broner in the super lightweight division, and Jessie Vargas fought Adrian Broner. I don't remember which weight class. I think it was the welterweight division. Okay, I think it was the welterweight division, but they both fought Adrian Broner. Okay, now interesting thing when you go to those fights, guys. Jessie Vargas, when he fought against Adrian Broner, and that was a draw. Okay, so Jessie Vargas was getting touched up a lot, okay, by Adrian Broner, but Jessie Vargas was also, you know, he stayed in the pocket a lot. That's just his style. Jessie Vargas was going downstairs. He was going upstairs. He was hitting in the body, hooks to the body, upstairs, overhand rights, boom. You know, so Jessie Vargas was touching Adrian Broner up too. That's why it was a draw. So they were both touching each other up, man. They were both landing clean shots. You know what I'm saying? Jessie Vargas is a little bit more rugged. You know, he's more war mentality style, you know what I'm saying? And Adrian Broner in that fight, you know, as we know, Adrian Broner is a more technical fighter. He's fast. You know what I'm saying? His defense, he has his guard up. But even though he had his guard up, you know what I'm saying, Jessie Vargas was countering pretty well. You know what I'm saying? Even though, you know, that's the thing. Jessie Vargas is more of a in-the-pocket fighter. Stays in the pocket, toe-to-toe, let's go. You know what I'm saying? So that's Jessie Vargas' style. And that was a draw. And when you go to Mikey Garcia, okay, when you go to the Mikey Garcia versus Adrian Broner fight, okay, in the super light, Mikey Garcia was the more technical fighter against Adrian Broner. Okay, it was more technical fighter against technical fighter. You know what I'm saying? As far as fundamentals, you can see a contrast, okay? You can see a big contrast compared to Jessie Vargas versus Adrian Broner and Mikey Garcia versus Adrian Broner. The contrast is that Mikey Garcia was a lot, you know, he punched a lot more precisely. You know, that's the thing. Jessie Vargas was more throwing combos in an aggressive fashion. You know what I'm saying? And Mikey Garcia was throwing, you know, precise combos. You know, he was throwing combos too. His jab was a little bit more, I'm saying he was landing a lot cleaner. That's the thing. Mikey Garcia was landing his shots a lot cleaner, his jabs, his combos against Adrian Broner. And something interesting to point out here, you know, referring to Adrian Broner's guard, his defense, when he has his both gloves in front of his face, you know what I'm saying? Mikey Garcia was landing, despite that, he was landing beautifully, man, against Adrian Broner. So, I mean, that's something we got to consider. So, you know, as a foundation and as a, you know, a general analysis that we can admit here is that Mikey Garcia is a more technical fighter. He's a more fundamental fighter. You know what I'm saying? He thinks it more. He's more of a thinker in the ring. You know, he's going to bring more of that sweet science into the ring. You know what I'm saying? Against Jessie Vargas. come Saturday night. So it's going to be more like a technical fighter versus Jesse. I'm not saying Jessie Vargas isn't a technical fighter, but he's more of a rugged, right? Toe to toe in the pocket, slug it out type of fighter. So that's what's going to make this fight interesting. Now, Mikey Garcia, you know what I'm saying? He also, and that's what I'm saying about as far as, the Latino blood, right? He blows also. He likes to trade blows, and as I said earlier, in the analysis in this live, is that they both can take punches. You know what I'm saying? They can both war. They have been through fights where they have taken a lot of punishment. You know what I'm saying? And they got chins. So it's going to be very entertaining in that aspect. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be an entertaining fight to see these guys go at it, because Mikey Garcia also likes to trade blows, man. So it's going to be cool, man. So it's going to be really, really cool. So that's what they got that's what they got in common. They have both fought Adrian Broner. They have, Mikey Garcia won nicely against Adrian Broner. Vargas had a draw against Adrian Broner, right? They have both lost against elite fighters. You know what I'm saying? Mikey Garcia lost to Spence. Jessie Vargas lost to Pacquiao. So now, as far as, the welterweight division is concerned, let's go to the rankings, all right? I want to go to the rankings and break this down real quick. You go to the welterweight division, excuse me, okay? Jessie Vargas is ranked number 4, okay, in the WBO. As far as box.live, okay, and this link I have here, Jessie Vargas is linked. He's ranked 4 in the WBO ranking, okay? He's not ranked in the IBF ranking in the welterweight division. He's not ranked in the WBC. I'm just looking real quick, just scanning this. And he's not ranked in the WBA ranking. So he's only ranked in the WBO rankings, okay? Danny Garcia is number 1 in the ranking. Obviously, the champ in the welterweight division with the WBO strap is Terrence Crawford, right? Terrence Bud Crawford. Number 1 in the ranking as far as, the challenger. To challenge Terrence Crawford is Danny Garcia. Number 2 is Virgil Ortiz Jr. Wow, so he's above Vargas, man. Sergey Lipinets. Remember, remember Mikey Garcia fought Sergey Lipinets. If I'm not mistaken, he knocked him out. Yeah, I remember that. That was a while ago. Yeah, or it was a unanimous decision, I guess. I don't. Yeah, it was an unanimous, but I remember he knocked him down. So, so Mikey Garcia beat Sergey Lipinets, and Sergey Lipinets. Let me get back to the rankings here. Sergey Lipinets is number 3 in the WBO ranking. Vargas is number 4. Okay, so Mikey Garcia, he, after fighting Errol Spence, he's gonna fight Jessie Vargas, who's ranked number 4 for the WBO ranking. Okay, so Jessie Vargas is up there. He's up there, but he's not, Jessie Vargas is not in the other rankings. That's the thing. He's not in the other rankings as far as the other, you know what I'm saying? So, hey, D Hodges, what is up, brother? What is good? What is good, brother? Salute, man. Shouts to you, brother. Thanks so much for tuning in, man. We're just breaking this down, between Vargas and Mikey Garcia for this Saturday night. You know what I'm saying? So it's going to be an entertaining fight, So, I mean, Mikey Garcia did go down as far as, fighting elite fighters in the welterweight division. We obviously know what happened to Errol Spence, which I broke down earlier. We all know that, you know what I'm saying? So he's going down a little bit, but hey, I think Jessie Vargas is a decent opponent. He's a decent opponent. And watch this. Let me go to Jessie Vargas record. Let me see here. His now, since 2014, okay, I want to point this out. 2015, when he fought Timothy Bradley. That's what I'm saying, guys. Like, Jessie Vargas, he has fought good fighters, man. He has fought strong competitors, man. I mean, I got to give that definite respect, and I got to, emphasize and highlight that Jessie Vargas has fought top competition too, you know what I'm saying? Really good, say what we want to say about Timothy Bradley as a commentator. You know what I'm saying? Say what we want to say, about Timothy Bradley as a commentator. Okay. The things he says is quite controversial and things like that and not really favorable sometimes. But, as a fighter, man, Timothy Bradley was one of my favorites, man. I really like Timothy. Great fighter, man. And, So I mean, he fought, Jessie Vargas fought Timothy Bradley. We got to give him that ups. And it was in the welterweight division. That's what I want to get at. That since 2015, guys, check this out. Since 2015, as I mentioned some time ago, that Jessie Vargas in this live, that Jessie Vargas is a seasoned fighter, man. He's a seasoned fighter, and in the welterweight division since 2015, Jessie Vargas has been fighting in the welterweight division, guys. Yeah, I got to repeat that, man. Since 2015, Jessie Vargas has been fighting in the welterweight division. So Jessie Vargas is a seasoned fighter, in the welterweight division, man. Now it's 2020. Mikey Garcia is barely fighting in the welterweight division. He fought Spence. He got boxed out amazingly. And now he's going to fight Jessie Vargas. So just like D. Hodges just said, man, Vargas is a good test. Definitely, man. It is going to be a good test, and it kind of makes me doubt, what I'm saying? It kind of makes me doubt. I see it as a certain, as a slight disadvantage for Mikey Garcia because Jessie Vargas, I mean, he's a seasoned fighter against, top names. And in the welterweight division now, where Jessie Vargas is comfortable in that division, I don't know, man. It's going to be a really good fight, man. Let's go see what D. Hodges says right here. If he can't beat Vargas, yeah, man. And that's something I wanted to say. Like, it was really controversial for Mikey Garcia to move up. To move up to the welterweight division from the division that he left. A lot of people are like, hey, what are you doing? His own trainer, man, his dad, if I'm not mistaken, was also like, hey, you shouldn't. What remember when Mikey Garcia about fighting Errol Spence and the lead up to that fight before it was officiated, before it was official, his corner, man, his coach, Garcia, his coach, his dad, Robert Garcia, and his dad, and they were like, hey, don't fight. They were pleading for Mikey Garcia not to fight Errol Spence, man. I mean, that was a big jump. And a lot of people are like, dude, why are you leaving why did he leave? Why did he leap up to the welterweight division? What I'm saying? It was quite controversial, Why didn't he stay? Because the thing here is that in the lower, division where he left, super lightweight, there are lots of great fighters in that. There are big names in that division, man. And a lot of people, started saying that he was ducking and this and that. He was ducking the big prime fighters, champions or challengers, what have you, in the division that he left. But, yeah, so I agree, D. Hodges. If he can't beat Vargas, he should go back down to 140. But who knows, right? Who knows what Mikey Garcia is going to do? I mean, he's really, really, like I said earlier, he's really vocal about, proving something in the welterweight division. He's been very vocal about it, and it seems like he's set to stay in the welterweight division. But we'll see, man. It's going to be a really interesting fight. Vargas is not going to back down. He's more experienced, right, in the welterweight division. And I don't know, man. It's going to be an interesting fight. Now, this is something I want to point out as far as the weight, okay? And as far as Mikey Garcia being in this division, is that he's, as we know, and I want to talk about this a little bit. He's in snack, okay? He's in the snack program, all right? You have Caleb Plant in the snack program. You have Demetrius Andrade, right, in the snack program. You have Devin Haney in the snack program. If I'm not mistaken, Danny Jacobs. Sean Porter, I think, was known to be in the snack program, or is. I'm not sure. I think he was or is. I'm not really sure. Andre Berto was also. Josecito Lopez, William Monroe Jr., okay? Mata Rosen, Vanes. Vanes is not really, I don't know if he's even boxing anymore. Julian Williams was also in it. I don't know if he still is. But, I mean, you got some big names in the snack program, okay? Names that really stick out to me are Devin Haney, Caleb Plant, Demetrius Andrade. I'm saying? Great fighters. Danny Jacobs also. Porter also. I mean, those are the names that stick out to me, you know what I'm saying? And I don't know if you guys have seen clips or videos of, Mikey Garcia training in the snack facility. I have seen some clips and videos, you know what I'm saying, with Mikey Garcia training in the snack facility. Also, I have seen some clips and videos on Devin Haney training in the snack facility. And that facility looks great, man. It looks like a great facility. And the reason why I say this is that, well, I mean, it shows as far as, when Mikey Garcia took his loss against Errol Spence. At that time, Mikey was also in snack. If I remember correctly, he was training in snack to fight Errol Spence. It looks like it really helped him in his stamina. Mikey Garcia didn't really look, I don't know, man. He really got boxed out, though. I mean, but he took the beating, you know what I'm saying? He took it well. That's what I'm trying to get at. He took it well. Maybe snack has a lot to do with it, you know what I'm saying? I think the conditioning and snack, when you look at, that's why I mentioned these names. When you look at Caleb Plant, when you look at Devin Haney, you know what I'm saying? I can't give all the credit to Snack, though. Obviously, it's the skills and talent that these fighters have anyway that they're bringing to Snack. You know what I'm saying? But I think Snack does really help. Even though Victor Conte, okay, I think the founder or whatever of Snack, Victor Conte, I think it is, right? I really don't pay attention to that guy, but I have heard some controversial things about him. So I don't know. But, apart from that, I think it really does, to a certain extent, help the endurance, okay? The endurance of these fighters, man. I mean, because these are good fighters, man. They're really great fighters. And, I don't think it's a coincidence that they're training in snack. And these fighters have been training in snack for a while. Mikey Garcia is in snack also. So I think that's going to help him. I think it's going to be, it's going to help him in his endurance against Jessie Vargas. I think it's really helping him. You know what I'm saying? Let's go to the comments real fast, right? It's not that, but he picked Errol. Yeah, man. I mean, a lot of people are like, man, I really don't know why he chose Errol Spence, man. But when he entered the welterweight division, it should have been the other way around, man. You know what I'm saying? I think it should exactly. I didn't even read that. He should have took a lighter touch first. Exactly. I think it should have been the other way around, man. When Mikey Garcia entered the welterweight division, he should have fought maybe Jessie Vargas or someone lower than that. You know what I'm saying? He should have fought maybe Jessie Vargas or maybe a Josecito Lopez. You know what I'm saying? Josecito Lopez or Robert Guerrero, you know what I mean? Someone along those lines, right? In the welterweight division. But going up to Spence, I mean, I think that was just way uncalled for, man. Way uncalled for. So yeah. He saw something. Yeah. He never said what he saw. Yeah, exactly. Actually, in the face-off, in the face-to-face interview, not the face-off, the face-to-face interview that he had, that PBC throws, that, where they're sitting in front of each other, and Mikey Garcia was just, he didn't really say what he saw. He just said, I see I'm better than him. I got more skills. I got more talent that I bring to the table and blah, blah, blah. So he really didn't say exactly what he saw. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So at Mark, yeah, I guess he thought he knew, but we seen what happened. Yeah, man. So I think to a certain extent, going back to Snack, is that maybe Snack is going to help Mikey Garcia in his endurance. I personally think it is. And like I said a moment ago, guys, I think the loss against Errol Spence, I think Mikey Garcia learned a lot. I think Mikey Garcia learned a lot from that boxing clinic that Errol Spence gave Mikey Garcia. It should have, because if it didn't, and if he loses against Jessie Vargas, just exactly as D Hodges said earlier, man, he should definitely go back to 140, because he's not going to be proven much, man. He's not going to prove much. If he loses against Jessie Vargas, he should definitely leave the welterweight division, because he's not proving anything in the welterweight division. I mean, that's what it is. Those are facts right there, man. Definitely taking loss after loss in the welterweight division. It's not ideal, especially for Mikey Vargas for his big move that he did. Vision, who's on the undercard? I think it's Chocolatito's fighting in the undercard. I saw it this morning. I didn't really pay attention to the undercard, but let me check it out real quick. I mean, a big name as far as as far as names. Hold on, man. Let me get there. Yeah, as far as names, Chocolatito did, ring out to me. So that should be. Let me. What was the fighter, man? Hold on. Live stream date and time. Let me check it out, man. Let me just go with that real fast. Just give me. Yeah, but I saw it this morning. I wasn't focusing on the undercard earlier. I mean, in the whole build-up of this fight. I mean, as it is, you guys are in the fight anyway, because Joseph Parker too. Yeah. Joseph Parker's on the card also. Yes. Chocolatito in the lighter divisions. I'm not sure if it's bantamweight. I don't remember. Excuse me. So we have, let's see here, Joseph Parker, who lost. Yeah, Joseph Parker. There's further before the main event with Jay Harris. Okay, Jay Harris is fighting Julio Cesar Martinez for the WBC flyweight title. Okay, so we have former team GB Olympian Cal Yafai will defend his WBA Super flyweight title on the undercard. I think that's the fight. Yeah, Yafai is going to be fighting against Chocolatito. Okay, so that's going to be cool. So, yeah, let me just read it out here. So it's going to be Mikey Garcia, obviously, and versus Jessie Vargas in the main card, right? In the main event, welterweight division. Cal Yafai versus Roman Chocolatito Gonzalez for the WBA Super Flyweight title. It's the flyweight title. Julio Cesar Martinez versus Jay Harris for the WBC Flyweight title. So they're both flyweight titles, okay? That's interesting. There's going to be 2 flyweight title fights in the card. Joseph Parker versus Winters. Okay, Winters, I don't think there's going to be. I mean, I think Joseph Parker's, but who knows, right? Man, I'm going to be careful in what I say now as far as, you know what I'm saying, predictions, okay? Because there have been many upsets for the past year and a half, guys, or a year and a quarter. There have been some major upsets, man, where many people think this fighter's going to win, and it's on the contrary. And it all began before. Okay, it began with Hurd. Yeah, it began with Hurd versus J-Rock. You know, a lot of people thought that Hurd was going to take J-Rock out, man. And, man, you know, and then Ruiz versus Anthony Joshua in the first fight, right? And now, you know, Bronze Bomber, you know, and Deontay Wilder in the rematch against Tyson Fury. You know what I'm saying? There were more upsets. I just don't remember. Okay? I just can't even remember, man. So there have been a few upsets. You know what I'm saying? So I cannot, you know, be definite, you know, with Joseph Parker beating Shondell Winters. I have personally never heard of Winters. I think I seen him fight once. But I think Joseph Parker is going to beat that one, man. I mean, Parker, you know, he's quite skilled, you know what I'm saying? And also we're going to see, I mean, other names, you know what I'm saying? Diego Pacheco versus Oscar Rojas in the super middleweight division. Israel Madrimov versus Charlie Navarro in the middleweight division. Alexis Espino versus Del Vecino Savage for the super middleweight division. And the list goes on and on, right? But the most prominent names, I guess we can say and agree is that Joseph Parker and on up. You know what I'm saying? Joseph Parker versus Shondo Winters, heavyweight division. Julio Cesar Martinez versus Jay Harris, WBC flyweight title. Cal Yafai versus Roman Chocolatito Gonzalez, WBA super flyweight title. I'm sorry, that's a super flyweight title, not the flyweight title. So, and Mikey Garcia. So, I mean, Joseph Parker on up. I think those are the biggest names that are going to be fighting in the undercard. So it's going to be an interesting card. Yeah, it's going to be an interesting card. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, it'll be nice to watch. You know, yeah, tune up, exactly. It's going to be a tune up for Parker. So, I mean, I think I got Parker winning, but we'll see, right? We'll see, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, Parker, yeah, he's a good fighter, you know, as far as the heavyweight division is concerned. So, yeah, so going back to that, I think that, you know, the snack, I think it's going to help Mikey Garcia. It's going to help him in his endurance against Jessie Vargas, but we'll see, right? So we'll see. So I already broke down, you know, the fighters that they have fought, the losses that they have lost, okay, the prominent fighters that they have lost to. The thing in common, another thing in common that they have is that they have both fought Adrian Broner. Mikey did exceptional against Adrian Broner, and I reiterate what I've been saying that on this live. That Mikey Garcia is going to bring more, I think, fundamental precision into the fight against Jessie Vargas. And the thing is this is what I kind of see, that Jessie Vargas, like I said, he likes to fight in the pocket. He likes to throw combos in the pocket, not necessarily wild combos, but aggressive combos. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes they can be considered wild, right? As far as Jessie Vargas. Mikey Garcia being the more technical fighter, being the more thinker, you know, more of a thinker, more of a scientist, we can say. You know, in the ring, I think that Mikey Garcia, you know, I think he's going to do some exchanges, you know, because Mikey Garcia also likes to trade blows, but he's going to do it in a more calculated fashion. You know, that's what I see happening. But Jessie Vargas, man, considering what I said a moment ago, he has years. If I'm not mistaken, I said that 2015. He has since 2015 in the welterweight division. So Jessie Vargas is going to bring some power. He's going to bring some power, man, against Mikey Vargas, against Mikey Garcia. So that's going to be a potential danger for Mikey Garcia. But it's another thing that we consider that I said a moment ago. I'm reiterating, all right, that these two guys, they know how to take punches. They got great chins. So, I mean, it's going to be an entertaining fight, you guys. You know, all these things, putting all these aspects to the table, you know, laying it out on the table. It's going to be interesting, man. It's going to be a competitive fight, you know, and I think that's pretty much it. Now, those are in the chat, okay? Those who are tuning in right now, remember to subscribe, all right, to my channel if you haven't subscribed, all right, so we can keep pushing out this content for you guys. I do it for the love of the sport. I do it for the love of you guys. Go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Like, you know, share this video, you know what I'm saying? Share it with your friends. Share it with those casuals, too, who maybe don't watch fighting. I like to break it down, you know what I'm saying? I like to break it down to a casual, you know, type of speech, you know what I'm saying? So that everyone can understand, you know, and it's a one love community down here, you know what I mean, on my channel. You know, those who are, for example, I just did a live, I think it was yesterday, 2 days ago, I don't remember. I recently did a live on my reaction between Wilder versus Tyson Fury rematch. There were some UK fans in there. Hey, much love to the UK fans. You know what I'm saying? Much love to all the boxing community. As long as it's respectful, you know, people can debate. It's all good, but in a respectful debate, you know what I'm saying? And so that's what it is, you know what I'm saying? So go ahead and subscribe, go ahead and like, go ahead and share, you know what I'm saying? Thank you so much for your love, you guys. So those who are tuning in right now, go ahead and type down your comment. Who do you guys have for the win? I want to see it, man. I want to see who you guys got. Who do you got winning? Who do you have winning, okay? Because I kind of see, oh man, it's kind of hard to call. It's hard to call with all these things that we're explaining and talking about, you know what I'm saying? It's hard to call, okay? Because we have to weigh these things out in a scale. You know what I'm saying? Mikey Garcia being a more technical fighter, but he's not seasoned in the welterweight division. That's the issue that I have. That's the thing that has me doubt. That's the aspect that has me doubt Mikey Garcia. He's not that seasoned. He's not really seasoned in the welterweight division, okay? But he had to have learned from his major loss against Errol Spence in his debut in the welterweight division. He had to have learned. Okay, he took a lot of shots from Errol Spence, and he kept going until the 12th round, you guys. So we got to consider that. But on the contrary, you know, on the flip side, on the other hand, Jessie Vargas is a very experienced fighter in the welterweight division. He's comfortable in that weight. He can fight in that weight. He takes punches in that weight. You know, he has been through wars in that weight division. You know what I'm saying? He has fought top names. You know, he's a seasoned fighter as well, generally speaking. So it's going to be tough. I think it's going to be a great challenge, just like earlier, who said it? D. Hodges just said, you know, moments ago that Vargas is a good test. I definitely agree. You know, so I think it's going to be a very entertaining fight, guys. These two styles, it's going to be a very entertaining fight. And I personally think blood is going to be shed, man. You know, as I predicted, you know, in the I was invited to a channel, Mahari Nation sports podcast. Salute, you know, to Mahari, to Abel Mahari, and I predicted and I analyzed in that fight before the rematch between Fury and Wilder. I said blood is going to be shed, and I actually mistakenly thought that blood was going to be shed on Tyson Fury's face, but it was on the contrary, man. Blood was shed, you know, from Wilder, man. So, man, it was a crazy defeat, man. So, I think personally, blood is going to be shed in this fight between Mikey Garcia and Jessie Vargas, but we'll see whose blood will be shed, right? We'll see whose blood will be shed. So we got here. Hey, go ahead and comment, bro. Mark Blake, who do you think you got winning, man? Who you got winning? D. Hodges, go ahead and comment if you're still here, all right? So Chen Smoke says, Mikey by split decision. Yeah. I mean, I can definitely see that going out, you know what I'm saying? Because, as we said a moment ago, Mikey's the more technical fighter. He's the more fundamental fighter. He's the more thinkful fighter. He's the more thoughtful, you know, strategic fighter. So, yeah, I can definitely see that happening, you know what I'm saying? Jessie Vargas, man, it's just going to be an entertaining fight, you guys. Okay, I'm going to close this live in a couple minutes, about a minute, all right? So, yeah, Jessie Vargas, man, this is going to be a definitely entertaining fight. It's hard for me to call. It's hard for me to call. I do see Mikey Garcia winning, though. I guess I can say that, right? I do see Mikey Garcia winning. I personally do not have a favorite. I mean, I just, you know, these are great fighters. I mean, so it's going to be you know, Jessie Vargas could probably be considered a B-level fighter in the welterweight division, okay? I don't necessarily agree with his tweet, or I'm sorry, not his tweet. I saw on Twitter at least of a quote of Jessie Vargas that he wants to prove that he's the best in the division. I don't think he's nearly the best in the division. Yeah, I think he's probably a B level welterweight fighter. You know what I'm saying? With all due respect, maybe B plus. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna be a good fight, man. It's just gonna be an entertaining fight. So I don't think I don't know, man. It's hard to call. I lean towards Mikey Garcia and what Chenn Smoke is saying, that he's going to win by decision. I don't think there's going to be a knockout. Okay, so yeah, Chenn Smoke. It's going to be close. It is. It is going to be close. Let's see what Mark Blake says here. I'll take Mikey. Not sure how it will go. Yeah. I think I'm leaning towards Mikey, but the disadvantage I see is that Vargas he's just those inside fighters, but yeah, I think Mikey Garcia is going to fight the smart way. He's like he usually does. Remember, you go back to Robert Easter. Remember when he fought against Robert Easter? He did great against Robert Easter. That was in the lightweight title, if I'm not mistaken, lightweight division. So now that I think of that, when he fought Robert Easter, also, I think Mikey Garcia. I lean towards him. I lean towards. I was doubting a little bit as far as Jessie Vargas, but as far as what Jessie Vargas brings to the table, as far as what he's gonna do against Mikey Garcia, possibly. I was kind of doubting Mikey Garcia. Sorry, I was kind of doubting Mikey Garcia, but I think he will win. I'm gonna edge it out. I think it's for edging Mikey Garcia for the edge. You know how they say, Mikey Garcia for the edge, for the win. I don't think it's gonna be a very like a blowout win. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, more like I would say, a split decision, as Chenn Smoke say. I lean towards that, man. I lean towards that. Mark Blake says, I think Mikey might go for the KO. I just don't see a KO happening, man. I just try to make a statement. Not sure if Jessie has enough power to. I don't know, man. It's just the reason that this makes us think so much. It makes me think so much. Shows that it's going to be a great matchup. It's just a great matchup with these two styles. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be great. I think it's going to be a really entertaining fight. So I don't think Mikey's going to KO Jessie, man. If he does, and like Mark Blake says, if he makes a statement by knocking out Jessie Vargas, that's going to be great. That's going to really show Mikey Garcia has what it takes to stay in the welterweight division. Hey. So it is what it is, man. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, man. Those who are going to tune in later after the live, comment below. Please put, whoever watches after this live stream, go ahead and comment below in the comment section. Who you have winning? So, hey, we'll see you Saturday night, man. So it's going to be great, virtually speaking, I guess, right? So, yeah, man, we're going to join in, check that fight. It's going to be awesome, man. Hey, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Mark Blake, Chenn Smoke, D Hodges, you know what I'm saying? Everyone else who tunes in later. Thank you guys so much. Share, like, subscribe. As always, one love. Shouts from the South. Peace out, family. Thanks so much, man.